Alright, we're up. Yay.
Alright. And with that, I will recount the tale of our previous session. Yeah. Session 47, a fine day for spelunking. So we, the party, start at the mouth of these multiple caves. Eventually finding out that they all kind of converge with one another, but we go down Oswald's favorite-looking one, the one that he judges the most suitable of all these caves. And what do you know it? He becomes enraptured by these eyeball slimy fellas that speak to him in his mind, make him go crazy for a while. So we have a nice, some fun combat rounds with Oswald going crazy, doing nothing, and everybody else dealing out damage. So we go. We take care of the slimes and those dusty fellows quite easily. We remark that the stalagmites seem to have a very humanoid appearance, of varying different types of humanoids. One looked like a dwarf. One looked like a halfling holding two axes. That was further down, though. So these things are noted. Oswald wants to test a certain theory about whether the stalagmites are actual humans, so he gets roided up a bit, rips off an arm. His theory is not confirmed, and Fahar tells him that he should put things back where they belong, and so we begin to mend it. But lo and behold, as we start mending again, we get some earth elementals, I believe, yeah, that come from the walls to all attack us. It was a very battle-laden session last time. So we fight some earth elementals. I'm just going to skip ahead to the Gorgon-ish fight. She seemed like a nice woman, let me first say. Even though she was temperamental and, kind of made of magma. But yeah. Honestly, she should have killed us with that gaze attack, or at least turned us to stone. But all things considered, we do some strategying, create some mist. Aldia doesn't know. I remember Aldia not knowing what's going on in that mist, just hearing a lot of grunts and whoos and haws.
Yes, and then becoming invisible, charging in, and then Fahar putting down the mist, and okay.
So yeah, overall very lucky. Even though Oliver complimented us on our battle strategy. So as we're going further in, there's a crevice in the wall that I think mostly Fahar and Voltaire wanted to investigate. So Fahar takes the initiative and makes Voltaire small, allows him to get through the crevasse. There's a pool of magma. In this pool of magma, there is a certain being, though that is not known to us until Voltaire makes probably the most impulsive thing I've seen Voltaire do. Jump 35 feet across the magma pit to the other side where there lays an altar. Hiding from said being as it appears and speaks to Fahar, and Fahar and it converse in Ignan. Voltaire then grabs hold of the altar for some reason, because I think his what was his quote? Because it looks shiny. Is that right, Phil?
I thought I misheard Oliver. It's not a shiny thing.
Well,
so instead, I think Valtier just didn't like the look of it.
okay, we'll go with that. Which peeves, if I may say, this creature. I think it full attacks Fahar. Fahar bounces. Valtier bounces, though in a different direction. Valtier falls into a pit, gets impaled. It's kind of stuck. Raises an alarm. Luckily, Fahar lets us know what's going on. We continue down the dungeon. And yeah, luckily it converges on the same path, and we're able to find Valtier. We bring him out. We fix the pit. And now we're kind of at the magma pit again in this front of this puzzle that's telling us that we're overthinking it over this this magma pool.
And you said Fahar banished the thing, right?
Yeah.
And he did. Oh,
Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Like, peace, dude. I got you an Uber. Bye. All right, so we're here now. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Except it's super duper, really, really hot right now.
That's true.
Would you say the temperature in this room is above 140 degrees Fahrenheit?
Such that it would break through life bubble?
Such that it would make me taking the Endure Element spell pointless.
Oh. Given what you know about Endure Elements, you think that would be a great idea?
Too hard for me. Actually, you know what? I just remembered Fahar put protection on fire for me while I was checking out the altar.
Okay.
So I still have that active. Okay, cool. Thanks, Fahar. Give him a pat on the back.
My name is Walton, and I'm a bitch.
Okay.
It's quite hot in here, isn't it?
Sweating. Oh, yeah, what do we do next?
Fahar and I were looking up at the ceiling, I believe, when we called it.
Yes.
Overthinking seems like it might be a literal thing.
Overthinking.
Literal. Well, it would suggest to me that getting over this pit is a rather simple affair, and that we are, as the sign says, overthinking it.
Or perhaps... my name is Fahar and I'm a bitch. Perhaps what this means is that we're not thinking this nearly through enough.
Shut up, Fahar.
Literally, Tyler and me were like, what is on the ceiling when we cut it?
Yeah.
So...
Okay. You see this chamber. It goes up a little bit higher. The slope, it domes up about 20 feet above the lava, and then it slopes down to where you are, to a 10-foot high ceiling from the tiled ground where you are standing.
Okay.
Otherwise seems unremarkable.
Okay. Maybe it is as simple as go over the pit of lava.
Very hot in this room.
I don't know how we would do that. There was also another door that we missed.
Yes, there is another path.
You see Walton is like burning up in his armor.
Alright.
Walton, maybe you should step outside.
Yeah.
The room, I mean. If you're going to die, that would be bad.
I agree.
My name is Walton. I'm a bitch.
Yep.
Yes, I think there may be something in this cave that can help us with this door, but let's not tarry. There are alternative paths to explore.
Sure.
Alright, yeah. I'm all for limiting our options here.
Swink. I'm the first across the thing. I'm hoping it still holds up.
It seems to be holding for now.
Amazing.
You impress even yourself.
I honestly do.
Right, and we're back with the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
So you have earrings here through it. How are things going in there?
All things considered, B+.
What do you mean B+? What is that a measurement of?
It's going fine. Shut up. Stop talking to me. Get out of
Some
my...
sort of ancient grading system used in education.
Oh, is that it?
Is it? I don't know.
I never went to school.
How's is this door unlocked as I grasp the handle, doorknob, latch, knocker?
No, there's no latch or doorknob. It's just a plain door that seems to open inward. You test it out, and it opens.
Sweet. I push my way through.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Tyler's here.
Tyler Vision.
Oh. Fahar was just explaining to the group how he's a bitch, and...
Yeah, that already happened.
And also
Sounds
there was
about right.
also there was nothing on the ceiling.
Oliver, that's bullshit.
So, in this room, you see a number of sacks, packs, and saddlebags that you may ruffle through.
Ruffle through. Okay.
Sure. I'm always looking for things.
George, don't take another step.
Could be trapped.
She like freezes mid-step, like Scooby-Doo style.
I'll scan the room.
Stopping.
Yeah. Good.
Stopped. Not moving.
With your keen investigator's sight as you examine this room, you begin with your 36 to construct a story about what's happening here. And you get the feeling that not everything that adventurers bring with them is turned to stone. Often they will drop an item or lose it mid-battle, or leave it outside on mounts. You suspect that the Legorgon that guarded this place has extracted gems from jewelry and stockpiled anything else that might be of future use here. Otherwise, you think This is not trapped.
I see. So I say, no traps. But this is a room of old treasures and knickknacks from old fallen adventurers.
I would suspect as much. It's a bunch of random shit guarded by some sort of Medusa.
Don't take this away from me.
I'm going to rifle through it now and see if there's anything useful.
Please do so.
Also, just mansplaining to this room till.
Of course.
Exactly what happened.
Of
And
course.
she's just like, great. Thanks.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that was perfect.
All right, so you rifling through this place, you find. Let me just copy this, so I don't have to. Can I copy? Oh yes, I can. Here we go.
Copy.
Alright, so you find 326 coppers pieces, 174 silver, 267 gold, and 29 platinum pieces. You find...
Whoa! Wait a sec, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of money here. Maybe we should split it.
Ooh.
A lot of money to a noble like yourself must be a lot.
No, I mean, there's a lot of money for Fahar here. He needs some things.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's
I can't fund everyone all the time.
heart is pretty dirty.
You prestidigitates regularly, fuck off.
I didn't say he was dirty. I said he needed things.
Well, seriously, he's dirty.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna write that down.
Additionally, there are 3 enchanted arrows, a pouch with 2 potions, and 2 earthenware jugs, both containing solidified pools of gold and silver. There's a 10-foot pole, 20 feet worth of chain, and a bag of seashells.
Alia finds none of those things interesting. She does give the total amount of money sitting around, and is like, "Yo, money. I'll keep it here in this pouch, and y'all can bother me about it later." Or we could attempt to do some quick maths and split it 5 ways now.
I don't think we'll be buying anything, so I don't mind. I don't mind doing that later.
Yeah. Same.
These jugs, they just have solid gold in them.
I can't imagine why.
Isn't that curious?
I suppose.
I don't. Huh.
Can I detect magic on the jugs? The jugs.
I am done.
You detect magic about the room. You don't detect anything magical about the jugs, about the chain, about the pole, nor the pouches. The arrows and the Earthbreaker hammer in the room are giving you a ping.
Magical weaponry. Can anyone use a hammer?
So this Earthbreaker hammer, it's shaped like a massive version of a gavel that one might see in the court of law. It's about 4 feet long from end to end.
Damn.
Just like
Okay. I was being facetious. It's very large.
Oh. I bet I could swing that now. As Oswald flexes his roided out bicep.
True, for however long that lasts.
90 minutes.
Let's go!
I suppose we could use. I'm gonna look at this pole. Does it seem to have? You said it's singed.
Yes.
Someone was smoking something hot.
Yes, though probably not any magma.
I want
Furthermore,
this chain. I want this chain and these seashells.
Go for it, man. But the chain could come in handy for crossing such a magma pit.
True, though it would be a very hot chain very quickly. But it wouldn't burn like rope.
Yeah. And the 10-foot pole, would it melt?
It's been singed. Has someone tried this?
Yeah, it seems like it.
No, well, Oh, it's a 10-foot pole. But a 10-foot pole of what material, Oliver?
wood.
Oh.
Yes, metal doesn't singe, wood does.
Is that a bet? I guess you're right.
Also, further, as you rummage around the room, you discover evidence of a passageway over here on this wall.
Ah, a passageway.
I'll check it out. Since we've established there's no traps here.
You push through this gravel and push out, and the wall just gives out, and you're on the other side.
Cool. Sure.
Okay. Oh. Does that mean he's on the other side? I can't see him anymore?
Well, you can see him.
The wall collapsed completely, it seems, right?
Yeah, the wall came down.
That was a Scooby-Doo situation.
Yes,
Well, that's good to know.
you've uncovered the hidden wall from the other side.
Oh, where was the hidden wall?
Just connects us back to the Gorgon room. From the treasure room.
We went through the south door from the treasure room, and there was another treasure room. And that's where the passage is.
Voltaire should fall on Spike's skin. That was funny.
Shut up. Mute yourself.
I'm on break. Fuck you.
Alright. I guess we gotta figure out that riddle now.
Well, it might be backtracking, but there was a fourth cave we never entered.
That's
Which
true.
was.
There were 4 entrances. Where is the 4th entrance, Oliver?
I
This
think
one
it's
right-
this one right here.
Oh,
Yeah. It looks pretty much
hmm.
like there's nothing there.
Yeah,
Riddle time.
unless it curves really oddly.
Yeah, okay, you check over there, and it's the
Cool.
same
What
entrance.
the fuck?
Alright. Riddle?
Maybe Merlin would know how to get across some lava using a chain and 10-foot wooden pole. And possibly a hammer.
Merlin, you ever went to the were you a wizard scout by any chance?
Well, I've spent a lot of time in the woods, but I wouldn't call myself a scout exactly.
Well, let's see if you got your magma badge. I'm gonna walk over to the magma room. I'm looking at about 30 to 35 wide, 35 foot wide pit of magma, and a door on the other side. I have a 10-foot wooden pole, slightly singed, and a 20-foot long chain. Chain, yes. Any suggestions, Wizard Scout?
Uh,
Are we making up our own riddles now?
is this like... Is this a theoretical riddle, or do you literally have... Are you literally standing in front of magma?
Oh no, I just happen to have enough time to make up this certain riddle, Merlin. Of course it's environment!
Oh, sorry. Let me think. I don't think that those things will be very helpful. Why don't you cool the lava, or make a bridge on top of it?
Oh yeah, let's build a bridge. Easy.
Yeah, it is kind of easy.
Shh.
And the sign says overthinking or overthinking it?
Just overthinking.
Alright, I have an idea.
Oh.
Fuck you. Unless anyone has any other ideas.
Hey, give it a shot.
I have an idea,
If I
but
get
you go
too close,
first.
if I get
What?
too close, it burns me, right, Oliver?
Say again?
If I get too close, it burns me, right?
So if you step on it, get engulfed, absolutely. Being in the vicinity, not... Let me check on that.
But even if we get rid of the lava, like, how do we get to the door? Is it just floating there, or is it just on the other side of the?
I think he mentioned it was on the same plane, same elevation as the...
Yeah, it's on the same plane of the lava,
Okay.
built into the wall.
Does this chamber look sturdy?
In general, yes.
Does the ground look sturdy?
Where you're standing?
The the section in front of me and kind of as much as I can see heading into the lava.
Yeah, it looks pretty sturdy.
Alright, never mind. Don't have an idea anymore.
Did Voltaire vocalize any of that, or is this all in his mind?
I'll explain it. He'll explain it. He'll say, I could try to cause another tremor blast with my using my blood to power a swing, but the surrounding area is sturdy enough that it won't do much.
How about instead of using the power of your blood, use this power of this hammer?
It is apparently an Earthbreaker hammer.
Yes, the inscription's right there. It's right in our faces.
Is that literal?
I don't know. Would I know? Would I be able to identify if that's literal?
Yes, make a knowledge literal check.
Make a knowledge shit check.
Well, if you hammer at stone with a hammer, eventually it'll crumble.
Yeah, I say yes, sure.
I believe
It's literal.
Alright, I'll try it. I take the hammer.
Give it some elbow grease.
Does this have any bonuses to it? +1, right?
Well, you could identify it.
I can't do shit, I don't detect magic.
Well, the ones who do can.
yes. Have Oldia take a good look at that.
Oh, fine, fine.
The warrior's path.
Don't let me have any fun.
Complicated.
Put the tea down, Altia, and look at the hammer.
There you go. I looked at the hammer.
Let's see. That's really unfortunate. This.
One off.
Yeah, you're one off.
Oh, damn it.
Oof.
Yeah, you can tell that there is an enchantment from the School of Enchantment on this hammer.
It's definitely enchanted. I don't know with what off the top of my head. It's probably pretty old hammer. Try swinging it. See what happens.
Swing it without no fuck. That's not good.
Where are you swinging?
Just kind of at the ground, maybe. One of the...
At the magma.
I attack the lava.
You're swinging into the lava.
No. Shit.
Like, where are you swinging this?
Like the ground in front of him. Right there.
Yep.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Right
You hit the ground successfully.
Hell yeah. Boom.
I like stand back.
Okay, with a magical crunch, the ground in front of you cracks slightly where you hit it.
See? It breaks earth. I told you.
Alright, fair enough, but how does that help us?
I was honestly expecting a more magnificent effect. Well, you know, this whole room would crumble and the magma would be eaten by the rock above, and we'd be able to carry ourselves across. This was all in the mind. This was all
Yeah.
playing in the mind, but
I had something similar about the magma magically draining away and.
yes, disappointed.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So is Merlin like just you guys are SOL? Like I forget how we ended that conversation.
Uh,
How are things going in there?
Not well. Not well. We're
The
stuck.
lava hypothetical is a reality.
We're stuck between a rock and a hot place.
ha, ha, ha.
Oh, there's a pool of magma in front of us, dear.
So you need to cool it down, right?
Or something. Drain it, cool it, jump over it.
Hmm.
There is a rather large lake above us.
Yeah, well, you're standing in front of magma. I'm standing in front of a lot of water.
Could we pipe it in somehow? Could we break the ceiling and then have water flood the chamber and possibly drown ourselves?
The chamber's pretty well made anyway. It's sturdy.
Could you break one of these walls with that hammer? Do we
Perhaps.
try that? Do we want to try that? As dangerous as it could be, causing a cave-in,
Hmm.
Flood the whole cave.
it could.
Merlin,
Yes.
does the enchantment holding back the lake seem particularly easy to manipulate?
Could we use it to hold back magma?
Hmm. Well, I think we could disenchant it for maybe a minute or so.
Hmm. And if the enchantment comes back on, do you think it will drain the cave?
I
Or
don't.
simply enclose the water around more water?
I doubt that.
I don't know what would happen.
Hmm.
Well, if you're okay with me letting go of the portal and going over there, I could take a look.
Oof.
Hmm.
Alright. Looks like it's about a 45-foot jump.
And you'll be landing on nothing?
Does the door look locked?
Hard to say.
Yeah, fuck. If I jump and smack into it, it's locked.
I have a really stupid, gamey idea. Can I detect magic over the pool and see if there's anything hidden or invisible or
Good call.
mystical about this pool of lava or something above it?
Alright, you do so. The lava is not magical. You detect no Indiana Jones style bridges, invisible bridges. There's nothing of note on the lava or the door. You hear back from Merlin. Well, I could make an ice storm. I could make a small bridge.
Small bridge made of
Made of whatever it is that's in there. I can
rock.
turn
Okay.
I can turn one thing into another.
Uh,
Once a day.
Oh, I don't know if that would work. I imagine if we turned only part of the magma to stone, it would just melt again. Though it's not melting the surrounding rock.
That's true.
Yeah, funny thing, on the other plane, when we were going to retrieve a book, there's a big ol' metal door in the way, but they didn't enchant it, so I just turned it into a big ball of metal, and then we rolled off with the door too.
Well, we have a similar door here, not enchanted. It's just a door floating across a pool of magma. Perhaps we could retrieve the door.
Yeah, that's something.
Does anyone have a way to grapple hook shot the door?
I think I can jump it and grab it.
And bring it over here.
That seems...
If I was tied to you over here somehow, you guys could pull me back and maybe the door?
Yes, pull you through the lava.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to work.
No,
doesn't seem wise. I think we're better off disenchanting the lake. Maybe...
That does seem like our best option right now.
Aldia, you might have to do it. I don't like the idea of Merlin letting go of our only way out of here.
Or I could hold the portal for him while he does it. Either way, seems reasonable that I help. I'll start to walk back.
Wait, Aldia, one more idea before you leave.
What's up?
Check that idol that you have, that from the altar.
The idol. Oh my god. Oh, it's just my phone.
It's
oh god. It's vibrating. Fire God Statue of Onyx.
Yeah.
What do I detect anything about this statue, Oliver?
It is not magical.
Fuck.
What happens if I put it back on this thing? It clicks.
Yeah. It goes down. Something about the interaction between the idol and the altar seems to be resonant, and I think something changed.
Something changed.
Something changed, huh?
Do I detect anything magical about the altar?
It looks like a mechanical device, not magical.
Oswald, what do you make of this?
Oh, that thing? I looked at it a while ago. No mechanical things there.
Are you sure? Because something clicked and it wasn't magical.
What?
Maybe take a second look. It definitely happens when I put the statue up. See? And I kind of like lift it up and then put it back down and lift it up and put it back down. It does that clicking thing.
Oh, Oswald, on second look, actually, there might be something to it.
Well, none of us are perfect, right?
Sure, there's a lot to take in here.
All right. Let's see what this doohickey can do. And these are just columns, right? These four surrounding circles. Okay. If I want to determine Is there any way I can see the mechanical nature of this? What the purpose of this device is? Or is there not enough, like, machinery and gears showing? Because I believe you described it as just a stone altar.
Right. So it's not a mechanism of like gears and metal. It seems something much simpler and a matter of putting something on it, and then if it's a certain weight or shape, then the top of it will take that shape and go down a little bit. Give me a knowledge engineering.
Yeah.
So you think that from what Fahar mentioned earlier, when Voltaire took the idol off and the creature responded to that, it might be something to do with the idol and the pool being linked somehow, as like the creature noticed when the idol was taken off.
And to clarify, it's the idol that Voltaire removed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I was overthinking it. This is a much more archaic mechanism.
Overthinking it.
Yeah. Give me a perception check, guys.
For a second, I thought I rolled a miracle 30.
Yes.
Definitely not the case.
You rolled a legendary 27.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. Okay. So, Aldea and Oswald, you notice that this room is not as hot as it used to be.
With the thing on?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh. Okay. Well, there's that. There's a cooling system. Wait! The cold or heat has to be going from somewhere. I'm gonna rush over here and look up again. Not stand too close to the lava. Looking up
there's
again.
another one.
Oh no.
And what are you looking for?
I'm looking for an opening where cold could come from or heat could rise into.
All right. Yeah, give me a perception check for that.
Oh god. Oh god.
No, fortunately, it's not hard to see. Yeah, so there is. You see that the rock that the upper part of this chamber is made of is the like white super porous type of volcanic rock.
Yes.
And looking up, watching the waves of heat come off the lava bed as it gets it's darker than it was a minute ago. It looks like this chamber is cooling. As for like an opening or not, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Huh. Well, it's cooling somehow, and it's doing so physically, not magically. So what the hell?
Is the lava draining?
Voltaire, did you find the statue here on the altar?
Yeah, just sitting there.
Where it is now?
Yeah.
So it's not draining, otherwise it would have drained before we got here.
Oh, yeah, good call.
What's that?
I push down on the altar.
Oh, is that your strength check?
That's my strength check.
Okay. Pink.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, as you push down, you see from the surface of the what is that rock called? It's not igneous.
Like pumice.
Pumice, that's the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, on the surface of the pumice, it looks like droplets are forming, but quickly evaporating again as they reach the vicinity of this cooler but still mightily hot layer.
There's water.
Did that change anything?
I think I saw water.
From where?
The ceiling. The rock.
Voltaire,
Yeah.
can you give me a hand pushing down this altar?
All right.
Or
Yeah.
I can have you take the lead here and give you a hand.
Voltaire, could you break the ceiling? Well, try your thing first.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and
I'll
he's
give
going
you.
to have black blood seep out of his hand and make a stronger, longer arm.
Even though you can't really push down harder than your body weight, but all right, we'll go for it.
I get better strength doing this.
I'll give you 8 another 2, so you get a +2 on strength.
All right.
I'm just gonna break it.
Yeah, I know I don't.
All right. Just like, and a stream of water begins to trickle down onto the lava. You see the surface of it blacken as it cools down.
Huh.
Now it is very much like a sauna where you guys are, with the steam and mist, and your clothes become super sticky. But otherwise,
What little clothes I'm wearing.
as you hold it down, the surface of the lava cools more and more.
All right. Keep holding it down then.
And after a while of doing this, it looks to you like the whole surface of this thing has become solid.
All right. I stopped raging. And blood.
Wow.
How long before that melts?
Good question.
Any of you have dungeoneering?
Oh, you know it. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait. I don't? No, I can still use my regular base. Oh man, how did I not have that? Okay, I'll just use my base intelligence with inspiration.
You think that you have a good, like, 40 seconds.
Let's go.
Be quick now.
Uh,
I'll try the door very quickly.
really, we're all doing this. I'm going to wait for you to try the door. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm going with you.
Wait, are we worried that the lava is going to uncool?
Yes.
Yes.
Have we considered going through the cave to find something heavy to permanently weigh down the pedestal?
I'm going to say Fahar thought of that before we fucking moved.
I just wanted to try the door.
Because the one person with common sense is not abandoning you during the middle of this dungeon, because I know you will all get us killed. Altair already tried.
That's not true. We're fine.
Oh yeah.
I'm home free. Oh wait, I gotta steal some shit first.
It's not locked per se, but it will take quite a bit of force to open it.
Another strength check?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Alright, shit.
Dang. Buff boy.
Okay, yeah. You heave on this door, and as you do, like, layers of magma that had come up over the years begin to, well, I mean, solidified rock that was magma breaks off where the hinges were as you open this. No, that's not.
Feisty door.
And you open one of the doors partially, enough for someone to go in like one at a time. As as you feel the lava underneath your feet is beginning to melt the rock again.
I'm running back.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Alright.
What's that for her? Yes, we should look for a more permanent solution.
Aldia, you recall that there were pieces of art in the bedroom weighing about 200 pounds.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that shit, that was way too heavy.
Oh, that's true.
We could use that, but I can't lift it.
Alright, I'll go get it, but should I use the hammer first? See if that does anything.
In the context of hammering the altar?
Yeah.
Or hammering the ceiling. Let's just try the big heavy thing. Let's just see if we can get it to get a continual stream of delicious freezing water.
Delicious freezing water.
Yes, shut up.
We're talking about the... What was it?
I think y'all tossed that on the ground somewhere. Or no, it was, here, I'll come with you, Walter. It was over yonder. I think right here.
Yeah. As you guys go over the part of the trapdoor that,
Of course.
that Oswald disabled, as you go together, you feel the.
Shit.
Maybe best to be separate on that one.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we looking at?
You are looking at... Let me bring this up. Um, okay, so you see a statuary carved from obsidian and basalt. That weighs about 200 pounds in total.
Jeez. Alright. This is gonna be rough. This thing weighs way too much to take over that trap.
I agree. Looking at it, is there any way to affix or tie a chain around this?
You think you could do that?
You still have that chain, Voltaire?
Yep. Here it is.
Alright. Well, let's move it to the hallway first. So, if we get to this end of the hallway...
Wow, I just cast Bolt Strength on Voltaire.
It's not a matter...
We still have to get over the trapdoor.
It's a matter of weight.
Alright.
Alright. Alright. This chain should be affixed to the obsidian statue now.
Oswald,
Alright.
go ahead and go to the other side.
Okay. I step across.
Get directly across from me.
Alright.
I cast Long Arm and I Rage.
What are you gonna do? I think you can just drag the thing across after you've crossed.
No, it's gonna
long enough.
It's gonna break.
No, Voltaire, just walk.
200 pounds.
Just walk across. And you can drag the... if you wish.
Alright. I have a feeling it's gonna... Alright. We'll see. Alright, I walk across, carrying the chain with me.
And you left the statue on the other side. Right.
Yes.
Alright.
And now I'm here. And now I have the chain. And now I'm gonna pull the chain and drag the statue across.
Alright, you do so.
Hell
Yay!
Alright.
Alright.
Fair enough. You guys got that one.
I'm sure your solution would have worked as well, Voltaire.
Alright. We got it. And we're just dragging the rest of the way.
Yeah, you're leaving behind like this long line in the ground of like where the stone is grinding against itself. And you put it on the pedestal next to the idol, and just a continuous stream of water starts pouring down.
Nice. Alright, that's why you guys are the smart ones.
It was the best solution we could come up with.
Alright, very nice. I'm sure it's cooler in here now.
Is it cool enough for Wally?
Yes. Does the steam open my pores?
It does. My name is Walton and I'm a bitch. Oh, it's much better in here. My name is Fahar and I'm also a bitch. I was okay with the heat to begin with, but this is much more bearable.
Yes, agreed.
Alright.
It's disgustingly humid. Let's just get through the door.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you feel your skin exfoliating?
No one should. We still have bubbles on us, right?
Shut up. It's like a sous vide.
All right, let's go.
All right. One by one, you head in through the door. And what order are you guys going in?
I'll follow Voltaire if he leads.
I'll lead.
Oh.
I'll exfoliate whatever's on the other side of this door. I don't know vocabulary words.
That's not how you. Okay.
You know, I bet that pumice above would be good for exfoliation, though.
It might.
Okay, so it's gonna be Voltaire, Oswald, Aldia, Walton, then Kahar.
Seems good.
Okay.
Loading.
Whoa.
Let me get some music for you guys. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lifesaver. I love lifesavers.
Sounds like poor person candy.
What is rich person candy?
Toblerones.
Yes.
Almond Rosa.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Did Tyler say almond roca?
Yeah, I think
I did.
Oh my goodness.
it's true.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, I was supposed to say Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, Rolos.
Ah, yes, Rodos.
Delicious.
Those chocolate bars that cost like $5. All
So,
that fancy shit.
As you go in into this hallway, Voltaire, you pass by 2 doors on your left, 2 doors on your right.
What was that? What was that? I just saw something run by.
No, Voltaire, you were.
No, I just saw a token run by. That was so weird.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. Jeez.
Scary.
As well, there is a large chamber in front of you in this great room. There is a table, a round table of ancient wood upon the center, surrounded by many chairs. As well, there are 4 more doors in this room.
I turn behind me and I say, "There's a big table ahead. More diverging paths. Maybe we should check these doors that we're next to."
Mm-hmm. Which one do you like the most, Voltaire?
The warrior's path would dictate the first one we came to. So we came to 2. So the right one.
What does the warrior's path say?
The right one. My sword.
Our rights or your rights?
Well.
So this one.
When I come in, so you're right.
There we go. That one.
Yeah.
Okay, you open that door.
Sure.
Behind that door
A room.
is a room. Seems to be empty.
Yes. This is what the warrior's path gets you.
Hey, look.
Harsh.
The warrior's path continues to this door.
Fucking savage.
I open this one. This is where the warrior's path continues to. It's not about, it's not about the empty rooms you come. No.
It's okay. I'm sure the warrior's path goes to all of the doors.
Yes, 3 times the charm. Are these cells? What would be the purpose of these rooms?
As well, give me a perception check.
No,
Hmm.
no, the war's path.
Give me a moment to ponder it.
No,
I will tell you the purpose of these rooms.
So, in this ancient stone chamber, it looks like it was, well, clearly constructed with purpose a long, long time ago, perhaps millennium. And there is a very thick covering of dust on the floor, but it looks like a lot of tracks have been dealt through it. Like you're not the first group of people who's been through here. In at least the last year or so, perhaps.
These rooms are not as undisturbed as you might think it. Is there any...
But what's their purpose if people are disturbing them?
Looking through them, just as we are.
I mean, no explorer or adventurer could have gotten this far, not without that Gorgon lady being slain. This must be something...
Unless we found the house.
I beg your pardon?
The house in the diagrams. What we originally intended to hit, but could only find our way into the cave.
Yeah.
Ah.
This might be the place where they portaled into.
Yes.
Directly.
Yeah.
So.
It is indoors, which I suppose fits the definition of a house. What is the definition of a house?
No, we're
Oh,
not.
good God. Wait, I think I have linguistics, don't I? No, I don't. Never mind. It's gonna be like the history of the word house. No, wait, I don't care. Walks away.
Alright. Show me the chairs. What are these chairs? What is this room?
These are ancient wooden chairs. In this room, there are 4 pillars there, holding up the place. There are also 4 double doors leading from this chamber.
4 double doors. So 8 single doors?
Where's the 4th door?
So there
I see two here.
1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4.
Another decision. Warrior's path dictates the right door.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna stay behind a hot minute and look at these chairs and tables and columns. I'm trying to identify the culture it belongs to, though that might be too old enough for even me to recall.
Give me a knowledge history check. Okay. Alright, let me look at my notes.
Yay, lore! I love lore.
Stay a while and listen.
Sir, it looks like you found some lore.
Nice.
The demon Belial.
The prophecy.
Oh, man. I have 40 pages of notes on this campaign. Oh fuck, I forgot to... Man. Okay. I'll need to rectify that later, but...
Oh, good.
Okay. This architecture reminds you of the reminds you of Kalidor, the civilization that was here a good 2 millennia ago, before the war between God King Rogeris Ursul and the High King Dorson Alcestis.
I know this.
So this was, you think that this was likely created shortly after the Battle of Avalon.
Can I put a name to this culture, or this kingdom that created?
Kalidor.
Halidor?
It's,
Yeah, thank you. Kalidor. Interesting. Alright. I don't think I will mention it to anybody. Not yet. What's behind your favorite door, Voltaire?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Another empty room.
It's too much familiar for me.
Is this a wall? I can't really tell with this fog of war. Okay.
Looks like a wall. Okay.
What an exciting door venture we're on.
Yeah. What's happening?
This door now? You're staring at a wall, Voltaire.
Oh. God damn it. God, what's in this place?
It's just frantic, like looking through all the rooms.
Oh.
Ah. Well then, such is the house.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to be doing here.
I take a seat in one of these chairs. Ah, I'm under the chair. You see me.
Get out of there. This isn't dinner time. Merlin, can you still hear me? Is the range on this thing quite... still working?
Yes, I can hear you.
Alright. Well, we made it past the lava pit. I'll have you know.
Do you need my assistance? You know, I could make the portal one more time today.
You know, these are really things you should start with, Merlin. Do you all hear that? Merlin wants to play.
Well, we'd have to get him across the lava, wouldn't we?
Oh, I believe the water should still be pouring.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever he wants. I don't see how he'll be of much help in a completely empty room unless he has some insight about said empty room with a table. And several chairs. I count 10 chairs.
Well, if you can't see anything, perhaps it's a different way of seeing.
Yes.
There's something hidden.
Can I just blanket, can I detect magic on all these rooms?
Oh,
Like-
yes.
Let's go, I suppose. Detect magic.
Alright. Let me check something. Which one you're detecting precisely?
Calidor.
Indeed. So, as you detect magic within this room... Nope. Right, let me go on the right layer. Alright.
So
Here we
many
go.
layers. Woo! That is a magic.
I was just thinking about Shrek too.
Ogres are like onions.
Yes, as you send your cone of magic, finding magic, through this room, it lights up, in your vision, this glyph upon the ground.
Do I know what it's for? Or can I identify what it's for?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Ooh! Knowledge Arcana! Is that still where I left it? It is. Alright.
Is that knowledge still where I left it?
Is that knowledge still around the knowledge?
Nice.
You know that instantly exactly what that is. You read that is the classical representation of one of the 8 schools of magic. This is the school of evocation.
Ah! Evocation. Fire and such.
Yes, one of your favorites.
Or unfavorites, as it were. Let's try this one. I bet it's another school. Yeah, I try this one now.
The school of abjuration appears.
Not the one I'm looking for. I'm going to go through all of them, one by one, just not moving. Let's just put them up. Let's put them up.
Ah, yes. School of Judaism.
Yes. Which one is enchantment?
Up here, that is enchantment.
Heck, Callie. I don't have anything I can enchant. Unless I called someone else in. Well, alright. Test a theory. Stand back. Everyone stand back. Testing a theory. Testing a theory. Testing a theory. I'm going to gently cast Flaming Sphere into this room.
Flaming sphere?
Yeah, I'm just gonna gently waft it in there and see what happens.
Also evocation. So, you gently cast Flaming Sphere, and it gently swallows the spell whole. And it glows brightly upon the floor. Now you can see it even without detect magic.
Alright.
Yes.
I did a thing!
It is plain to everyone now, the glyph of evocation upon the floor.
So, go ahead, Voltaire.
Cool. That's it.
I mean, to me, Aldia seems like a mad woman.
My theory is we have to cast a spell of each of the schools in the proper school-themed room.
Oh. I thought you had just grown tired of the rooms and... Well, yes, that's a better... I'm glad you haven't lost your sanity.
However, you're right. It's really good that no one else here watches Critical Role.
Oof.
What? Oh, yeah, no. Did they already do this puzzle?
No. Fuck you guys, I made this puzzle before Mercer did it.
I did it before Mercer!
It's okay, they didn't actually figure it out, they just, like, had to pretend that they figured it out because it's fucking Critical Role. Anyway.
Damn.
What else do I have? Like...
The portal moves! I mean, it's
I'm gonna be like, Voltaire, come here a moment.
Yeah.
In this room, please.
Yeah, sure. Kind of small and empty.
I'm going to do something. You have to promise not to resist. I promise it's not going to be dangerous. Alright?
Alright.
Can you do that?
Whatever you say, Aldia, fine.
Okay, and I just say, just hang tight a moment, and I cast suggestion, and that's the suggestion.
The spell fizzles in your hand as it is, like, sucked into the floor. And, Voltaire, you now see a glyph of swirling runes converging into a center point on the floor that was not visible before.
I guess I didn't need to target you after all. Alright.
You did it.
Let's see. What else can I do?
Which one is this one?
In the interest of not having Fahar waste spell slots, and me being the spell slot champion, I will take as many as I possibly can. And I have an abjuration, and I have conjuration, and I have illusion.
I have cantrips from 2 different classes, so I can cover our bases probably.
I also have some cantrips that I haven't been looking at. Oh, I got some transmutation.
Oswald takes a seat. Let me know if you need me. I'll be sipping on my ale.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just go... Which one is this one? It looks pretty divination-y. That's what I'm guessing. That's what Katie guesses.
That's, well, Aldia think that looks like necromancy.
Oh. Anyone know necromancy?
Then
Oy.
the bottom right there is divination.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop in here and, cast... Oh, I cast Detect Magic. Did that work?
You you cast it, and the floor does not sponge it up.
What about detect poison?
Is that a cantrip?
Yes.
Same effect.
Okay. Okay, that's a no for cantrips. We gotta actually spend some crap. So I got no divination. Fahar's gonna have to take that one. What about this one?
That looks like conjuration to you.
Sweet. I refresh my mage armor.
And
That's a level 1 spell. Okay. Moving right along. How about this one?
that is transmutation.
Oh, I don't have that one. That's not a cantrip. How about this one?
Illusion.
Right, invisibility. Oh, I'm using so many spells. It's a good thing I'm a sorceress. What haven't I covered? This was abjuration, right?
Right.
Yeah, I make sure no one's really watching, and I cast protection from good.
Okay.
It glows, but it does not absorb that spell.
It doesn't work with evil things either. No one heard that, even though I said it out loud. What? How are the other things going?
Are you sure it's a matter of evil? You mentioned power level before, Merlin says.
It was a level 1 spell, and mage armor worked.
Transmutation, you said.
Yes. That one?
Right here. On the
Yes.
ground.
Yes, there, on the ground. You don't see that? You can't detect magic?
No, I cannot.
Oh, you'll just have to trust me.
Alright.
I would do it inside. nice and proper so it catches you.
And
Doing
Oswald, with the -1 wisdom that he has, takes the extract vial that he has and just smashes it on the ground.
Goodness.
It was long arm transmutation.
Long arm. Okay. You see you see the spell like explode on the ground and crackle. The runes of the symbol of the School of Transmutation you see glow faintly, but then goes back to invisible.
Damn.
Hmm.
Should've just cast the fucking spell, Oswald.
Doesn't seem to like me. Maybe I have to smash it harder.
I don't think that's it. I think there are specific rules to it.
I'll go over. Alright. let's run some trials. And I'll go to this one, and I'll take a sip. Well, not a sip, but a whole swig of my Comprehend Languages extract, which I prepared today.
As you take a swig, you sputter up as the liquid is like pulled out of your mouth from your throat. and, and you see
This group.
on the floor.
Why does that work?
I suppose you have to cast it and not just discard it.
God damn alchemist spells. Rules.
I put my hand towards the symbol on the ground, Oliver, and it begins to glow with a chilling blue light. I'm casting Chill Touch.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Yeah, and the chill leaves her hand immediately. As the ancient symbol of necromancy appears before you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that all of them?
2 to go. Hopefully Fahar has something for those.
Transmutation.
Transmutation and abjuration.
Transmutation.
What's up? I heard my name.
We need you to cast a transmutation spell and an abjuration spell in these rooms.
Do level 1s work?
No. Wait, yes. Level 1s probably work, but protection from good did not work.
I think I can handle this if Fahar would like to keep his spells.
I mean, I can feather fall the transmutation room. And I literally never use that anyway.
Sure.
Y'all need to start falling more.
Fahar, you go into the room and cast Featherfall.
Would you like to roll my arcane spell failure chance?
You have that?
For my one arcane spell, yeah.
Let's see. Let me roll that for you. Oh. Oh wow, okay.
That's
no,
good, right?
you cast it easily. And you feel the effects of Featherfall upon you. You feel very light at the moment. As you cast it within this room, the glyph reveals itself dimly, but does not take it in.
What?
Huh.
I will take a sip of my Endure Elements extract in this room.
You do so, and though it faintly glows, the spell completes, and you're under Endure Elements again.
We need the abjuration room, right?
Yes.
Alright.
And the transmutation still.
Hold up just a second. I think I got this. Where are you?
Where are you?
Alright, everyone gather the hell around. so I don't completely waste this spell, but I am going to get everyone in the abjuration room and cast Communal Protection from Chaos.
I don't think it actually triggers the effects of the spell, but okay.
I mean, I don't know, just in case.
Yeah, alright, let's try it.
That one's level 2. Oh god, loud.
Ah!
No, so you gather everyone in the room, and you cast Communal Protection from Chaos, and it is sucked into the floor.
Maybe it has to actually have an effect to take the effect away. So since I cast that thing with no one else in the room, it didn't work when I tried it.
But I was about to be protected from the cold and the heat, and that didn't work.
Yes, but it activated the thing.
Abjuration just got activated.
Seems that worked. Maybe you have to have...
I am going to Pearl of Power that spell back, though, because I definitely want it for later.
Of course. Transmutation.
Hey, Carol.
So you guys here. You know, I think I'm gonna go in there with you guys, and I'll make the portal again.
Wait.
I cast Long Arm!
We have things.
I cast Long Arm.
We have long arms.
Long arm?
Long Arm? Well, I'm in the transmutation room.
Ha, that won't work, Voltaire. I already smashed my extract on that floor.
Yes, but you didn't take the effect. That's what I'm saying. It has to have an effect.
Voltaire, you cast Long Arm, and your arms become very long.
Yeah, damn it.
Maybe it doesn't work with blood magic?
I believe...
Callie, shut up.
Could
No
it
one
have...
asked you.
Well, for a second I might have thought that this spell's effect would have to have a target other than your own. But that doesn't make sense for some of the other rooms.
Yeah, I got through a few of them just fine, targeting myself.
What's the pattern here? Something that's on the tip of my tongue. Let's see.
Do you have that same extract you could just drink instead of smashing?
I'm afraid I prepared as much as I could in the morning.
And that one was it, was it? Oh, good.
Well, there is something that could work here. Alright. As I step closer into the room, I will drink my extract of Bull's Strength. Phil, what's your strength?
My strength?
Yes.
When I'm raging or just normally?
Both.
When I'm raging, it's 20, and when I'm not raging, it's 16.
Bruh, I totally wrestle you to the ground right now.
Alright, when you do so, it gets into your mouth and then
There it is!
No, you actually can't wrestle me.
Why does it happen like that?
We did it!
Nice.
Alright. And let me bring up my door. New door here.
Cellar door.
We still talking about Diablo? What?
I was talking about Donnie Darko.
Oh. I was gonna say, is that even a player-facing term? Probably not. Oh, hey, a door!
The fuck is this?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
We done it.
Pretty good looking door. Might be nice if somebody opened it.
It'd be a shame if someone opened it.
Alright. Let's open
Do it, 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 do it.
Oswald, give me a perception check on this door.
Wait! Insight is coming!
A flash of insight.
Uh-oh, how much insight?
22 of it on a scale of 1 to
Yeah.
100-ish.
Yeah.
Yes, on a scale of 16 to like 40, we're at about a 22.
Okay.
No. So, Oswald, it looks like these doors could probably be opened quite easily now that it's been revealed. You see through the very small crack on the center that there doesn't seem to be a latch, but there's something on the other side, something very thin, as well, like perhaps a stick of something, and there is stairs going down from the teensy bit of light coming through from your side.
You want I should magic check it?
Wait. I see what's going on here. And I roll. Okay. And this is what I say. I'll tell you what I roll right now. It seems a door requires a test of strength. Voltaire, will you entertain me on a little arm wrestle challenge? And I rolled bluff. Yes, the mutagen should be wearing off now, and so if I mean to make it more improved, I'll be need to testing it. And seeing as this is the challenge that lies before us, it seems most appropriate.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Give it here.
All right. I'll take a seat. We'll take the two seats nearest each other, I suppose.
Alright, fine.
Really? This is happening?
And this will just take a moment. Please.
Didn't you hear his exclamation?
In the meantime, I'm going to detect magic on the door.
Well, let's get the arm wrestling out of the way first.
Okay.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Both of you give me a strength check.
Alright, I'm gonna use my last bit of inspiration on this. Oh no! Oh my goodness!
Okay, so you guys.
Wait. I'm using a fate point.
Oh my god!
I used a fate point.
Do it.
I have one left.
On that fate point.
Okay, and so as an explanation of how I do arm wrestling contests, because I needed to make rules for this.
Nice.
So it is a series of strength checks, and if you win by less than 5, you go 1 point towards the table, and if you win more than 5, you go 2 points towards the table, and you need to and there's like 3 points in either way to go down.
Oh, so you need a total of 3 points to get the full win?
Yes.
I see, okay. Alright, I stand by my decision. I'll use that fate point.
Okay. So, Voltaire, you feel like you're gonna win, or you feel like you're pushing him down, but instead, in like a spasm of muscle, you assume it's from the mutagen. Your arm is wrenched about a third of the way down towards your side of the table.
How much does the fame point give you?
After the fact,
Plus
4, right?
Yes.
But didn't you say it has to be 5 or higher? So he would be at a 15 versus my 13.
No. If you get more than 5, then it goes down 2 instead of just 1.
Oh.
If it's just above, it's like 1. Yeah.
So within 5, it's 1 point down.
Alright. I see how it is. Using a fucking fate point. Alright.
Come on, old boy.
Alright,
let's go
give me
again.
another round.
Alright. No more inspiration to spend, unfortunately. Come on. You're older than I am, right?
Yeah. And with steady pressure, Oswald brings Voltaire yet further down. You are 2/3 of the way. Voltaire, you feel this old man pushing your arm down. It's ridiculous. Alright, one more round.
I'm not gonna waste my stuff on whatever this is. So I'm just gonna roll again.
Ooh, very nice.
Come back!
Beat that!
You got me.
And
That's
and back to the center.
yeah.
Alright,
You-
let's keep going.
With exuberance of youth, you push the old man back.
Oh wow, he's had it. Voltaire's had it. All the way.
Is that a full win? Because more than 10, right?
No, so now you guys are back to 0.
No, they did it. They went again.
Oh,
I rolled another
yeah.
20.
8 and 20.
okay. You push Oswald down, and now you are almost there. One more
Ooh.
point.
At this point, when you push Voltaire this far, Oswald, he rages and his arm becomes all
How dare
bloody.
you? How dare you?
And I get a +4, but I'm gonna say that Voltaire doesn't look like he's really in control, Oswald.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
Ready for this last roll?
Ooh, I am ready. Gonna break my arm.
You're gonna break the table.
shit. Luckily, I didn't roll too high.
And Koom. Vulture, you don't quite crush, but you slam his knuckles into the into this old wood. It gives a as the table itself declares the victor.
Yes. I slam the table. Damn good. Could have sworn fate was on my side there.
His hand's like kind of going crazy for a second, and he like brings all his blood in. Good game.
You all right there?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be said that that wasn't a show of strength.
So, meanwhile,
Yes.
Aldia, give me a knowledge arcana.
Sure. Oh god.
Oh.
Why?
Um,
Why does this happen?
yeah, as you're focusing your magic cone on the door and what's going on there, you detect 2 sources of magic, one on the door itself and one on faintly on the other side, whatever that stick is.
That's it.
On that one roll, yeah. And on the 11 too.
Just confirming. Great. If you two are quite finished, this door is enchanted.
Are we finished at this point, Oliver? Or would you say the match is... I mean, it'd probably just take a span of a few seconds, right?
Now this was a good, like, 30 seconds.
When you guys are finished, I say that. I wait for you
Alright.
to do your...
Yeah, plus, like, the setup and the takedown, that's like a full minute at least.
Wait for your stupid contest to be over.
And you hear the rap of knuckles hit the table.
God.
Damn good.
Humans.
Alright. Yes, because one fate was on my side, but where are we with this door?
It's enchanted. Ooh. Can Fahar check it? Would Fahar have checked it? Can we say Fahar checked it?
My name is Fahar, and I can check that.
Oh boy. What does Fahar know about this door that he cares to share with us?
Let me review his thing.
It's 5.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nice.
So, Fahar, so examining this, you think that the enchantment on the door is related to the glyphs and the 8 rooms that you guys sort of unlocked, and the door simply will reveal itself once all the glyphs are activated. On the other side of the door, you think you detect the magic of a Gemini stick, which is, which Voltaire knows what that is.
Oh.
Gemini stick. Can I get a refresher on that?
Nice.
It's super duper important that we don't break it.
Right, so Fahar, you know that Gemini sticks are pairs of enchanted sticks made in twins, in that if one of them breaks, wherever the other one is, anywhere in the world, that one will also break.
We can go ahead.
Say again? You're quite faint.
Wait, do they work across planar boundaries?
You don't know that.
I said, oh, okay, these are the things we had with Galahad.
Yes.
So wait, so we saw these through the door?
So
We
detecting...
detected it through the door.
You detected that enchantment through the crack in the door.
Galahad?
Or something else. We probably don't want to break it.
Yeah.
Can I, Can I, like, hold it with Mage Hand? Can I hold it still? As we open the door?
How fragile is this stick?
Well, I'm just afraid opening the door is going to snap it somehow.
Yeah, that's pretty likely. They're not. They're pretty easy to break.
You think they're quite easy to break. You don't think that you'll be able to mage hand through the crack.
Could we slip something through the crack and try to... I mean, like, I'm guessing, like, the stick is, like, barring the door, such that, like, when we open the door inward, it's going to snap the stick.
You think that to be the case?
So, could we, like, try to get it to fall on the floor and potentially not break?
You can try. You may certainly try.
Okay. Well, worst case scenario, someone knows we're here. Best case scenario, no one knows we're here. I take a piece of paper, fold it up kind of small to about credit card width.
Okay.
And I saw this once. You can take your mother's cards and open up a lock. And I just slip it through the crack and try to like knock the stick.
Yes.
Like up and off of whatever's holding it.
If we can see the stick, are we considered to have like line of sight on it for magical effects?
I couldn't mage hand it, so.
You think with like sensory magic, if you focus in on it for like a full minute, as Aldia did, you're able to see it. But spells with any more of an effect, you would not be able to cast it inside of a crack in the wall. But Aldia, so you try and finagle this piece of paper to like blow and up it, and it doesn't move. It seems it's not like resting there. You think you can conclude that it is attached soundly on both sides.
Ah, damn. Well, we might not be getting through without breaking this stick.
My name is Walton and I'm a bitch. Perhaps it's good to rest. It was the Varias who came down here, right?
Potentially. Or their research cronies.
Yes.
So if we alert them that, or say the stick, they are at the other end of the stick, and we alert them, then they might be coming, right?
Oh. I am picking up the hints you are putting down, ODM.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fucking fine, but we might want some Fahar goodness.
To be fair, if I were there, I would have said the exact same thing.
Great, I guess we're resting.
I call the middle of the table.
Oh. I had dinner like this once, though the person in the table was quite nude.
I don't
What?
table anymore.
Gets off the table. Fine, I go back to sitting here. What the heck? Only this chair works.
Sorry, it's really hard to like align the map to the grid.
I mean, it is a circle.
Yeah, so I think that one and the bottom right chair both align.
Yep.
So.
Excellent.
So you hear Merlin say, so, did you figure it out?
Yes, we're going to rest because a stick.
Yes.
Someone else fill him in.
I believe Alia identified it as a Gemini stick.
It was Fahar, but you know, I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, yes, Fahar identified it as a Gemini stick. I'm sure you're familiar, Merlin.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, to break it down into terms even Voltaire could understand.
My God.
If we break the stick by passing through the door, they will be alarmed, for no doubt they have the other stick, and whatever happens to this stick behind this door will happen exactly the same to their stick. Does that make sense?
Oh, so if you break the door, they'll come running.
If we open the door, they'll come running. Opening the door breaks the stick.
Oh, I see. Well, if you're going to rest, why don't you rest back in Swordhouse? I can't keep this portal open for too much longer. It's quite tiring.
Well, I quite like the architecture here. It does put me in a drowsy mood, but alright.
Could you get back in and pull us out later? I mean, now that we're farther in, it doesn't make too much sense for you to be standing there all day.
Actually, you're right. Why don't I come to you?
Hooray! Slumber party. Oh, it'll be just like college.
Oh,
No.
hopefully not too much.
Well, I won't be sneaking.
parties with colleagues.
I won't be sneaking into any dormitories of any women this time. Those were the days.
Creeper.
Do you guys intend to sleep in there?
It was, yes, I think so.
It seems safe enough.
Why not?
Because I could come down there and remake the portal down there. And
Oh,
then we
that
can
works too.
Sleep in our beds.
And then we can portal in here anytime we want, right?
That is the idea.
Why not?
That's fine with me.
So, eventually Merlin makes his way in. Wow, what a cave! I've never seen anything like it. What in the world was that, that mouthy thing at the front?
Mouth.
Mouthy.
The thing with the massive mouths and eyes.
The goo thing that we killed?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Looks scary.
Oh, just an abomination.
The huge.
Oh, you're here.
Alright.
What?
So, over the next hour or so, Merlin takes to walking around these chambers and trying to memorize the layout. So, we're going to resting tackle this tomorrow then?
Sounds like it.
Sits well with me. Though, maybe we should go back to Sword House. I would like to see Vulcan.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, we're going back.
But then again, this
or back.
architecture... Alright.
Heads.
Alright.
Vulcan or architecture? Vulcan or architecture?
Wow, you say that like it's a fucking choice. Like you've seen this man every day for the past several years, and you weren't searching for him in some desperate, tragic backstory. No? Okay.
I did see him every day, in my dreams and my nightmares.
Oh.
Sure. I can't imagine how hard that must have been.
I'm shook. I'm shook that you would imply such a thing.
Okay.
Oswald is shaken. He now has a shaken.
He is now shook. By the way, getting such an emotional reaction out of someone is like Ollie is just grinning ear to ear to like, wow, really right now?
Okay. So eventually, Merlin thinks he has enough of a gist of this place to be able to come back to it, and he takes you all by the hands, opens his book. Actually, no, he doesn't take you by the hands. He just opens his book.
Don't touch me.
Opens the book, flips to the right page, and with his dagger, he stabs into the air, and as if it's solid, he cuts a hole just in midair, and through this portal, you see Swordbeak on the other side.
You know, I think I get it now. Merlin's Medivh. That's why he, like, vaguely sucks, but, like, you can't really pin it down.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go home to Swordbeak House. Housebeak.
Sword House.
Alright, yeah. You guys are back at the plains. With Sword House and Vulcan awaiting your return.
Huzzah!
We're back.
How was your trip?
Is that Vulcan talking?
Yes, that's Vulcan.
Oh, you should have seen the architecture. Oh my goodness. Old ancient history from the War of Avalon. Calidor, I believe I identified it as.
Yes, he was very excited about the table
Oh, you
and
would
the
have loved it.
the things on which he would do.
Oh, just like college.
Just like college. That's what I was saying. Nobody understands.
To be fair, if you intend to eat on that table, you probably shouldn't.
Volunteer was going to sleep there.
Oh, well, in that case.
Yes.
Not in the fun way, in the regular way. In the regular, boring Volunteer way.
Hey!
That's no fun at all.
There was also a number of petrified humanoids. Terrible fate. The Fahar thinks it's best that we return one day and bring them back to their former selves, and I feel that I certainly agree with that sentiment.
Oh, that's awfully charitable.
Yes. Yes, we had to return since the door we would need to get past had a Gemini stick. And, well, we can't be tackling a place like that with potential Varia and Varia allies on us at half strength.
Let's do it.
And you see him take the apron near the shelf of this of the inside of the kitchen, and he puts it on and says, "I'll get that right away." Oh dear, my accent is drifting.
Huh?
Yeah.
It must be effect of the stained glass appearance.
No, that was Walton.
Oh, okay. Oh wow! I just confused you for Merlin. That accent is drifting.
You have seemed a little off in the past few hours. Almost a little absent-minded.
Haha.
Yes, you know, I've just been such a bitch lately.
Brilliant.
Oh, you don't know the half of it. Wait until tonight.
Oh my.
I mean, what? I mean, how about some wine?
And Merlin says,
Why don't we use Merlin's water elemental to squeeze through a little crack in the door and take care of the stick?
I think the stick is like anchored on there.
It's jammed in there, dude.
I mean, to the point where you can't lift it with a folded piece of parchment, but maybe something else will work.
You try it. Maybe something watery would work.
Maybe.
So, Merlin breaks out the wine. So, this is, well, would you like to try it? They call it summer wine over there.
Over where?
On, no, we don't really have a name for the other realm that we were in for, like a Dear Dewey Vulcan. This is, well, let's call it the shithole, for what it was. As he rolls his eyes at the very thought.
I don't know about the shithole vintage, but it doesn't sound pleasant.
Well, this was stolen from King Torion's winery. I'm pretty sure it's quite good. Among many other things that we stole.
Aldia will try some.
So this is a fine elven red wine that you taste that you've had similar quality before in very, very expensive banquets and important parties.
Ooh. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of them special wines.
Oh wow.
We can give you a knowledge history for more information.
Oh, because that's a really thing that I studied a lot. Sure, let's see if I can maybe impress my friends with this.
Okay.
Hey.
Not bad.
Given your background, you think this is something called morning wine. That's M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. And it's made by elven druids that when an elf of particular importance is born, of royalty or nobility, they will make a batch of wine specifically for them, and they will keep it hidden and fermenting until the time of their death.
Oh.
At which point they will present it to the family as a sort of a gift.
Okay.
So typically it's like hundreds of years of fine quality wine.
Yeah,
Vintage.
no, this is really special wine, Merlin. I fill him in.
Oh my,
Hmm.
as he takes another sip.
Yeah, really top shelf find.
Oh, that explains why they had it buried in dirt. You know?
Ah, it might have been his.
Suppose the least we can do is toast to the king himself.
I hope you killed him for it.
Oh no. Stealing from royalty is much easier than killing them.
Mm.
Cheers!
Yes.
Ding.
Corn pie.
Stop.
That's enough weeb out of you.
It's Elven for cheers.
It is not.
You're not an elf. I'm fucking an elf. Okay.
Vulcan says,
I fucking
"Empire."
am an elf.
I'm half elf.
Know your heritage.
Yes, Vulcan says, well, you'll have some elf in you soon enough.
Oh.
I'll see myself out.
In some parts of Ragnaroth, we're called warm elves.
Dang.
Jesus.
Thank you, Fahar.
I'm going to bed now.
Warm elves. This sounds so like Elder Scrolls, but like a parody-ish.
So,
That's exactly what I was going for.
Happy Todd Howard Day, by the way.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, look up Todd Howard when you have a moment and see what the fuck is trending, because it's quite a party on Tumblr right now.
Oh boy.
well,
Oh no.
I will give you that moment. Let's take a little break.
Sweet.
Cool. Let me see if I can find some Todd Howard.
Oh,
My
holy
friend-
shit.
My friend
every time you say his name, you risk summoning him, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly.
So Oliver, what happened was that April 25th is Todd Howard's birthday, and people have been planning for like several months to a year now that they're all going to vandalize his Wikipedia page on like his next birthday, which is today. So I guess like either like someone it got out to Wikipedia that this was going to happen, so Wikipedia locked his page, and everyone's calling him Todd Howard because they assume that he told Wikipedia,
He facilitated
like,
it.
you need to lock my page. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but the internet went nuts.
Okay. Okie dokie. Wow. Fascinating.
Oliver, we're playing Toddy Boy's D&D campaign now.
Oh, clearly,
Mhm.
yeah. What were we even thinking before?
See, we have regular elves, warm elves, half elves.
I want to be a Deathclaw.
You can be a death elf.
Be a Death Elf.
See, the thing about Toddy Boy's D&D campaign is everything's an elf, unless you're a tree lizard.
Oh, okay.
Then you're a tree lizard.
Are there 3 elves?
Everyone's an elf,
Okay.
except for like maybe humans. Maybe they're just human, but they don't call themselves humans. They only call each other by their ethnicities. So,
That's confusing.
yeah.
Toddy boy.
Even the cats are elves.
Wow.
They just don't like to talk about it.
Are we waiting for someone?
No, I'm just rearranging my notes for the parts that I totally forgot about your storyline. Yeah, those got buried at like page 35. Anyways. So, so Johnny, what did Walton make tonight for dinner?
Well, seeing as there was only various meats last time, did they go grocery shopping by any chance? The past day or two?
Out in the fucking waste.
You know, out in the Badlands, out below, or that's not Badlands yet, but you know.
I'm sure there's a Dollar General.
Nope.
What's a heavy meat dish?
Like a stew.
Meat.
Yeah, as you guys entered from outside the Swordbeak, you go by the... Oh, what were they? I want to say Chupacabra, but it's not. It's...
Capybara.
Capybara. The giant capybara corpses that Voltaire took the heads from.
Ah, Walton, this is a delicacy. We have capybara ribs slathered in barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's right. Never cooked capybara before, but you can't be much different from T-Rex, you know?
What?
Yes, not different at all, really.
go back to the flea part at some point. Flea part to make these capybara heads. The scouts.
Scouts.
And yeah, so what does everyone look like right now as you guys are eating? Like what is your character wearing and look like for this?
The picture Luke drew.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. That's my dress until we get back to Code Call.
It's still ripped up? Or is it mended?
No, I mended it to look like the one he drew. It was my headcanon and everyone approved, so we're going with that.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good look.
Mm-hmm.
Let's...
You want to go next?
Nah, go for it.
Valtier still looks like the drawing for the most part. He's wearing his glamored breastplate that we got from the, I believe it was the Pyramid Dungeon. I believe he had that for a while, but he's also got his boots with the symbols of lightning bolts on them. He's got the the amulet that he wears around his neck with the 6 eyes on it, and only one of them's open right now. He's got his half and half cloak, where one cloak is for like being in the city and looking suave, and the other side is like being out in the forest and sneaking among bushes and stuff. He's got his taxiderm hellhound head pouch dangling on his side, next to his minotaur horn, his T-Rex claw. Got the blade of binding, the scimitar, ethereal scimitar, and the kinslayer out right now. They're all on my back, jangling, and I think that's it.
As well, you notice the second eye has opened.
What the fuck? What did I do? What did I do to open it?
Yeah, so the second ruby on your 6-slotted ruby thing is now glowing as the first was.
What did I do?
Oh my.
Aldia, can you tell me why this eye is open?
An eye? What are you talking about?
This eye on my amulet. See these eyes?
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
So, Aldia, you look at his amulet. It is... there's one big eye in the center, which is open, and then there are 6 smaller ones surrounding it. There are... the eyes are made out of, like, ruby, and 2 of them are glowing faintly,
Ooh.
and 4 of them are not.
What check would you have me make to know what this is? Or what it does?
Spellcraft.
Would that include my identify bonus?
Yeah.
Boop. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay. This is an old item, so I need to go back in my notes on that one too.
I've just been wearing this thing, I don't know what it does.
Alright.
Well, let me tell you about it.
You gaze deeply into the amulet and analyze the magic there, and you hear in your mind,
Through my mind ring?
Alright. No, yeah, through your mind ring.
Oh, damn.
Not in the sense that it's telling you this, but like you're interpreting the words of magic to be what it says.
Okay.
1,000 souls entreated me, and thousands more may fail. For skeins of mortal revelry are rarely worthy tales. Awaken now and listening, I let my watch commence. A witness to your withering, your insignificance. Yet if you live a life replete, I'll see that you ascend. I open but for tales complete, so make a worthy end. And you sense that each of these eyes represents a significant action or milestone in someone's life. You think the one that has just opened was to the concept of killing someone significant to the world.
I more or less tell Voltaire all that. And then I add, I bet it was the Gorgon. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. That does make sense.
Can I tell what the other eyes might open for?
So that'll be another check.
Identify?
Yes.
I don't know why I call it identify. Just to differentiate from my regular spellcraft.
Okay. So two of these, you think, the one opposite of the one that he just activated, opposite of killing someone, taking a life, is to make a life. And another one was the concept of great loss, great personal loss.
So I'll say, I bet this one will open if you were to have a child, and this one would open if you were to lose someone close to you.
Have a child?
Yes, taking a life versus making a life.
You saying that Gubbs' death didn't count for that other eye?
No, it did not.
What? Telling me that egg didn't count as a birth?
It wasn't your child. You didn't make it.
I let Swordbeak live. I let it happen.
No, it wasn't important enough, I suppose. I mean, this is just saying if you wanted to open all the eyes. I don't know what it would do if that were to happen.
I guess I should figure out what that is before I open them. So,
Aldi and Oswald, Merlin begins talking. Well, I guess there's no chance now, but... So I've been working on a poem for Anya. And maybe you can review it.
Let me see.
And he hands over a paper.
Woo! Alright, give me a minute, because I gotta read it.
Oswald, why don't you read that aloud?
Are you going to Midsummer's Fair? Cinnamon, salt, pepper, and lime. Remember me to one who lives there. Will you be the true love of mine? If I make you a cambric skirt, cinnamon, salt, pepper, and lime, without any seam or needlework, then will you be the true love of mine. I tell you, I'll find you an acre of land. Cinnamon, salt, pepper, and lime, between the salt water and the sea sand. Then will you be the true love of mine. If I give you an hour of time, cinnamon, salt, pepper, and lime, between the notes of Windy's chime, then will you be the true love of mine. What's the significance of these spices?
Well, it's things used to make a good stew.
It's not bad. I'm not sure.
Honestly, that's not really the cadence I was thinking of, but I suppose that's why we're reviewing.
I suppose it's different when you read it aloud.
Yes, it's always important to read this poetry out loud. The voice knows these things better than the mind and the heart sometimes, especially when it comes to rhythm.
But, I mean, if she asks, I think those are all somewhat doable.
Doable? You mean the things you say you'll do in the poem?
Yes, I believe it does convey your intentions in a romantic manner of speaking. Yes, certainly suffice. Though, if you do revise it, I'd love to take another look at it.
I have no idea how to play this because I don't know what the actual courtship culture of Code and Cal is. And I don't know if she would be into this or not. And by she, I mean Aldia. Because Katie finds things problematic and could point those out. But I'm trying to figure out if Aldia would see the same thing.
I suppose that's a matter of knowledge and ability, then.
Knowledge and ability?
Yeah, I mean, for a low DC, but... Or rather, knowledge and ability in regards to how royalty would react to this, to be given
Sure.
this.
Sounds good. I'll take it.
Okay. So, you think, giving a poem to a princess, would be like the bare minimum, to even consider courting someone of such high rank. You would also generally need to include gifts of great value and meaning.
Okay, so I'll say, if you were to present this by itself, I think you would be begging a question. And that question is, well, where are all these things on the list? If you were to present it with, say, a gift, perhaps of expensive spices, more expensive than the ones you've listed here, and perhaps, other gifts, not necessarily monetary, but meaningful or extravagant. Don't be cheap. This is Anya we're talking about. And I want you to stand a chance, and I don't know why. But god damn it, am I rooting for you in this regard of your life.
He says, okay, what are better spices for this then? Parsley, sage, rosemary?
Saffron, ginger, turmeric. I name like a bunch of like hard to acquire in this Western-based world of ours spices.
Vanilla beans.
Yeah, vanilla beans.
Vanilla.
Second most expensive spice in the world.
Yeah.
Alright, so saffron, vanilla. What were the others?
I don't know. Whatever. I list other things. I don't know if roots are actually that expensive because I named 2 roots. But those are just things that I like. Not necessarily that Aldia likes.
Truffle oil.
Truffles.
Oh, that doesn't rhyme with anything. Alright, okay.
I mean, you could keep the spices in the poem. I think it has a certain heart to it. But I'm just saying you'll want to back up your statements if you're going to be so literal in a piece of writing like this.
And he goes, well, what's the point now? She'll never like me like this. I look like some sort of... some glass person, like an Oread or something. Who would fucking Oread?
I don't know why, but that statement you just said feels very ironic.
What's
Well-
Nori?
It doesn't really matter, sweetie, what a person looks like. Not when you're going for marriage.
It doesn't?
No, not at all. Alright, wait. Merlin, Anya's going to marry for money. Or status. Something that her family can gain from. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be. Unless you can provide, there's no chance, even if she falls in love with you.
I seem to recall reading a number of Bard's tales about a certain woman of royalty running away from home. You know, that whole spiel.
Are we certain Anya's the type of woman to do this?
Well, we aren't certain of much. In that regard, at least.
I'm just saying, if it were I, in her shoes, things can be complicated on the other end.
You're right. I'll need to make something big.
How many times have you met Anya, Merlin?
Oh, well, we met during classes and, we studied together. Not a whole lot, honestly. Life's been an insane whirlwind ever since I left home and came to Kodencal.
Yes.
Like, I've only known her for maybe, I mean, face-to-face a couple weeks.
So, would you say you've gotten a read on her disposition towards you?
Well, I think she likes me. She let me borrow her cape. And that's pretty valuable.
Well, in that case, I think if you follow Aldir's advice, there's a good chance for you up ahead. Oh, better than that. I think everything will turn out just lovely. But, yes, her family's...
You're going to want to find out what her father likes.
True. Yes.
You know, she's never really talked about her family. I wonder if she likes them or not. Whenever I mentioned them, she sort of changes the subject.
Ah, that may be a good sign for you. It could uncomplicate things quite a bit if she's on poor terms.
Though, after this, I would like to get back to my family and visit. It's been a short while for them, but a very long time for me.
It's true.
It's been quite some time since I've seen Morn. Quite some time since I've received mail. Sorry, what were we talking about?
I believe you received some mail last night.
Last night?
Oh, sorry. Different mail.
Received might not be the correct word.
Guffaw, guffaw. Do your parents, your family, do they know you're alive, Merlin?
Well, I don't know if they're alive. I've never known my my birth parents, at least. I was raised by halfling.
Halfling?
Yes. Well, after she found me in the woods when I was a baby, she raised me in her village, and then eventually we moved away and set up a
Tyler.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, what's
place
funny?
otherwise.
I can just imagine all of you immediately thinking back to the last month of every time she used a halfling slur in front of Merlin.
Yep, exactly. That is exactly what popped up into my mind. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, so we made an inn after we moved away, and I grew up there for the most part. And then Voltaire, he and a group of his friends came by and decided it was time to go, and I went with them to Kodenkel.
You joined Voltaire and his friends on the road? At the behest of your caregiver?
No. Mama would have preferred that I stayed, but that I had other ideas.
Oh. And you got yourself into school? Just like that?
Oh, well, Voltaire's friend, Raylith, she knows a lot of people in the city.
Ah, that explains it.
Yeah, she got me an audience with the Archmage.
Wow.
And I passed his test, and they gave me a little dormitory, and I started right after that. And then that's when I met Anya.
Hmm.
Yeah, at the time she helped me get up to speed with the fundamentals of magic. Since I'm what they call a wilder, someone who learns out in the wild and is what they call they say they don't like to train wilders because they come in with baggage and
It's difficult to
things the wrong
unlearn
way. Right.
the incorrect way.
So she helped me out with that.
That's quite a tale.
And your parents, your halfling foster parents, do they live in a village outside Colden Cow? Dagadale, perhaps?
Yes, that is the village that I was raised in. Until we moved.
Are they free? Are they enslaved in any way?
No, they're not. They're a free people.
Good. Good to hear it.
Daggerdare is a hidden village. It's best to keep it that way.
Well, you've come from not much, and you've made yourself quite the person, quite the caster and user of magic. It's not good to pump one's ego, but it is well suited to reflect on these things, know where you've come from. You should feel proud, Merlin. I'm sure this Anya girl will see the honesty and humanity you have, if she is not already.
Well, let's hope she doesn't see too much humanity, if you know what I mean.
He snickers at that. Humanity. Right.
Well, seems that I finished the wine.
But, Aldia,
Yes?
you're from the city, right? What's your story?
My story?
You just seem so accomplished.
Accomplished? What have you heard?
Not much at all, but...
I'm only fooling with you, boy. No, I wouldn't expect you to hear much of... Though... If you are going to university... not that my legacy hangs around there much, but I was a professor. Which Voltaire's friends may have mentioned. And which may have come up. And you know I am of the House Sarandaril, yada yada yada. There's not much to tell.
Oh, but I suspect there is.
You'll have to be more specific. I've lived over 170 years. There's too much.
And he's like,
Wow.
oh my goodness. Well, there's... So what's it like to grow up in an elven house?
Painfully stressful, boring, high pressure. Well, I don't suppose I've ever thought to tell my life story. I don't know. I went to college. Much of my life was paid for. I stayed in college because my mother, well, growing up as a high society person really does wear on one. After 90 years, I could hardly stand to look about the house anymore. So I did the only thing I knew to do, and that was to remain a graduate student. I earned a professorship, a tenure, stayed longer and longer, studying, researching arcane arts and other things. And, well, that sort of faded, I suppose. I grew bored. Let's just put it that way. And my brother asked that I return to the family estate.
Your brother? You have siblings. What are they like?
Yes, I have 2 brothers and a sister. My brothers are very much family men. Aegon asked me to return, my younger brother. Well, father seemed to be putting on quite a lot of pressure for him to take over the family name one day. So much pressure that he needed some help. So I returned to help him. And then one day Galahad shows up on my doorstep. And here we are, weeks later.
Did you ever imagine that you would be at the bottom of a lake, unearthing ancient swords?
It was a bit beyond my wildest imagination, quite frankly. Oh my god, Callie is ruining the moment! Knock it off, Missy. Okay, we're back.
And do you have any other siblings?
Oh, you mean Cirrus? Yes, the black sheep of the family. We write each other. That's why I mentioned mail. It's been quite a while since I've been able to check the mailbox. I like to get a hold of those letters before anyone else. I can only hope Aegon's kept them safe from me.
Why would they not be safe?
Well, it's best that mother and father don't get a hold of them. I like to be able to chat in private with my correspondents, especially my sister.
Oh, did something happen?
Yes, well, it's a long story. She is not on good terms with Mother. Mother especially. Or Father. She moved away to the forest. I'm just like staring at Merlin like, are you really gonna drag the whole story out of me right now?
Yeah, you stare into his glassy eyes.
I see a glass abyss.
And glassy skin and glassy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as much as you're comfortable with telling.
Forgive me, Merlin. I'm such a guarded, jaded woman. I don't... And my fucking cat! Give me a sec. Damn it, Callie. Sorry, the cat is dumb. She's playing with cords. Shit. So, she says like, yeah, sorry, Merlin. I suppose I'm being a bit more guarded than I really need to be. Yes. You're going to be dating Anya, so you must swear to me not a word of this leaves this house. But the Sarandarills, in all of their lovely affairs, had an accident. My mother bore a child to a man who was not her husband. This child, my youngest brother, whom I've never met outside of toddlerhood, was rescued by my dear sister, and they moved away to the forest, never to be seen again by our terrible, terrible parents. Quite a charming princess story, I suppose, when you look at it one way. And leaving me alone with my brothers and my parents. And, well, it's all sorts of complicated, you see.
Oh. That's quite dramatic.
Oh, do you have no idea?
When you say the forest, do you mean Erlastiel?
I do indeed. I have no idea where in Erlastiel she is these days, but I do have certain correspondence through which I can send her mail.
Is a rather large forest.
It is.
Well, thank you for sharing, Olia. It's,
Not a word in court of it.
you won't hear anything from my lips.
I promise. Well, would you like to meet your youngest brother someday?
Of course I would. I hear so much about him. I often wonder how he's really doing. But I wonder if he thinks that I'm his aunt. Cirrus, she has this flair for childish games. The way she put it in her letter, it makes it sound like she's been posing as his mother this whole time, perhaps to try to save him some emotional baggage.
Wait, why would it be such a big deal? How did you know that it's not from your father?
Well, Mother said. I mean, Mother's told me, of course.
Oh. Oh, I see.
It was quite a big deal. She was very cruel to the child when he was just a baby. That's why Cirrus had to take him away. He was a mistake, you see. In court... And, well, my mother is a very cruel woman besides. But in court, it's not good to have such mistakes lying around. I don't know why she didn't get rid of him before he was born, quite honestly. Unless she was lying and it truly is father's and not hers. But I don't know how she could have hid the pregnancy. But I was in school at the time. I didn't see her very much. So I don't know for sure, now that you mention it. See, I referred to him as it. My baby brother.
Maybe sometimes it's better that the children don't stay with the parents.
Oh, absolutely. I can only hope that you were taken from yours for a good reason.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps not taken exactly. But it doesn't matter
now. I do hope I haven't misrepresented myself.
No. No, I think not. If anything, I see you with more favorable admirability.
Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my family, all of them. Through their flaws and everything. I do everything for them. That was my phone.
Well, that's what family's for, right?
You don't need blood to be family, Merlin. Your mother may not be your mother, but she is your mama.
Ah, yes. The old elven proverb.
Insert Yondu. He ain't your daddy.
Oh, man. Yonder wisdom.
And Oswald, what was it like when you were growing up?
Oswald pours himself another drink.
Alia gets some extra wine out of her bag and starts drinking from the bottle.
Aldi is the wine aunt.
She really is.
Well, I suppose it was better than most. Both my parents died while I was still maturing. But until then, it was quite nice. We were born into royalty, lower royalty, but it was still nice and pristine. Father was a statesman. He worked for the council, Coat and Cow, for some time.
Oh, what was your family name, Oswald? I don't believe...
It's Himes.
Himes.
Oswald Himes.
Have I heard of the Himes family?
You certainly have.
I certainly have.
Yes. Mother was a rather young daughter born to some other family. But they both passed. I was about 13. Alastalia, my sister, she was about 8. And it was just us for a while, with our uncles and aunts taking care of us in the manor. Those times were... I suppose they weren't happy, but they were maturing. I learned a lot. Started getting an interest into the sciences. I was always in the library, you see. Eventually, of course, that fondness for knowledge grew into academia. I handled my career in that University of Code and Cal. But just as I was about to finish my second year, Alastalia, the ever-adventuring woman she was, took off to an unforeseen place beyond this continent. She always liked to hang around at the inns, the taverns. She was much better with common folk than I. And I suppose one of them got her wrapped up in a certain tale of adventure and treasure, which is why she took off the continent. I haven't heard from her since. I don't think she's either doing very well or very poorly. But I always gave her space. I always thought of her as a very independent woman, even when we were as young as we were when our parents passed. Oswald looks into his drink and stirs it a bit.
Yeah, I've never had siblings. What's it like?
Well, until you move out, you fight incessantly, isn't that right, Oswald?
Yes. Though in my position, our manor was quite large enough that if we ever bothered each other, we were able to stay... we were able to keep each other's space quite well.
Oh, not us. We pick on each other. Just remorselessly.
Yes. I suppose adding more than one sister or brother certainly adds to that.
It makes it a bit complicated.
Hannah.
What up?
And Fahar, tell me, what of your childhood?
Oh, should I actually have to play D&D now?
You showed up.
Oh, you got a call, you got to play.
I was just coming in to hang out. Okay.
Yes, you've been so quiet this whole time.
My childhood was... many would call it uneventful. I spent days and days and days, turned to weeks to months to years, studying the holy word of Serenray.
Even as a child.
I take it by the fact that few of you knew of my heritage, that none of you have heard of the Everlight Oasis.
Let's go with no. Probably not.
Negative.
Can I roll for it?
Oswald will go, so give me knowledge geography. Or religion.
Okay. Knowledge, religion. 1 sec. Sorry. Guys,
Oh, absolutely. The Everlight Oasis in the Osirian Desert is the holy ground of pilgrims of Sarenrae. It is a place that true followers would want to visit at least once in their lifetime.
There. You grew up there.
Yes, indeed I did.
Huh.
What's so special about there? You can just fill her in.
It's a society, the destination of many a pilgrim. Those that live there are all very devout worshippers of the Dawnflower. But you see, there, when people like me are born, it's quite an event. I was born to human parents, and the birth of an Ifrit is often seen as a miracle.
That sounds quite miraculous.
Yes, well, because of this, we're groomed from a young age to be spiritual leaders of the society, those that live there. And I was just like the rest of them. I was made to study the Holy Book. In fact, I could nearly recite the whole thing long before its text was tattooed onto my body.
But you left this place.
Yes, well, you could say that I read the Holy Word slightly differently than most of those who make their home in the desert.
Ah.
It was quite an event, but in the end I went from the destination of many pilgrimages to, well, a pilgrimage to everywhere else. You see, I found little use in preaching to those who read the Holy Book daily, as opposed to the usefulness of going out into the world to those who may have never heard the name of the Everlight, and bringing the word to them.
That makes sense.
Well, that's all there is to say of my childhood, though. It's been travel and preaching ever since, with some adventure by the side of Galahad.
How did you meet him?
Oh, in my travels I found... Yes, Aldia?
I was going to say, don't tell me it was in college.
I am afraid I didn't attend.
I didn't mean it like that. Ah, never mind.
Yes, in my travels I found myself at a small inn in a mountain pass. And it's the strangest thing. There's a hot spring, and this inn is attended by walking cats. And before you say anything, I don't mean catfolk. I mean actual small walking cats. It was absolutely bizarre.
Yeah. I've been there.
What?
What do you mean you've been there? It's out of the way of everything.
Not far enough.
Well, coincidences aside, Gao had told me it was one of his favorite places to relax, and yes, we just happened upon each other in this place and started speaking of religion and belief, and soon the talk turned to greater purpose and all sorts of esoteric religious discussion. We became fast friends. And, well, we've been friends ever since.
Friends.
Yes. Friends.
My goodness.
Well, Galahad and I have been friends quite some time as well.
Oh.
What?
Glares a little bit.
Alright, I'm sorry. I need to lighten the mood somehow. It's the wine.
Does that satisfy you, Merlin?
Well, I mean, it's not really a matter of satisfy. It's just I'd like to know. But I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Do you need a drink for her? Come on, Fahar. You had enough wine to be a good time.
The true voice comes out.
Oh god, I would quit this campaign.
If I was Linda Belcher.
Yes.
Walton, come here.
Oh my god. Considering the poem and Linda Belcher, there's a spice rack joke in there somewhere, but
All right.
I'm not gonna dig for it.
Does that have something to do with time? Time's the best one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So, as the discussion simmers down, Merlin returns to his room with Archimedes close in tow. Walton, who has been quite quiet this whole time, has already returned to his room. Vulcan takes Oswald by the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm drunk and I don't have a bed and I don't want to sleep on the couch. Whatever am I to do?
Oh no.
My name is Walton and I'm a bitch. I would never let you go sleep on our non-existent couch.
My hero.
I'm Walton, and today I'll be your bitch.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, Fahar and Valtier are in the living room.
Yeah. Wait, hold up.
Unless
Wait, if Aldi, I don't know, if Aldi is tipsy, maybe this is a good time for this.
okay.
Oh?
Whoa.
You can snatch me before I titter away into Titland.
Please. Not the tit land.
Why you gotta say it like that?
It's the only way to get into Titland. You gotta titter.
True.
Shit.
Oh, say. Aldia,
Uh-huh.
would you mind if I spoke to you in private before you retire for the night?
Oh,
See how it is?
sure.
Quiet
Of
you.
course. I'll just like, yeah,
I'm going to step out and house speak.
saunter after.
I guess wild instincts.
I guess.
Alright,
Oh,
you have done so.
Be those perceptions. Damn it.
I mean, we're walking out of the house, like, far away enough that we're not staying right next to the door. That'd be stupid.
also, we've done this before. We go off and have
Yes.
private conversations outside of Housebeak.
No, this
Sometimes the reasonable people need to speak.
Yes, sometimes we need to adult.
Except this is totally different this time. Anyway,
Okay, let's go.
Alright, you guys exit onto the dusty, very dry grasslands until you're quite sure that you cannot possibly have any eavesdroppers from the house peak itself.
Aldia, your magic.
Oh, yes?
I don't see you thumbing through a book as Merlin does in the mornings. I don't see you pray to a god or goddess. This leads me to believe that your magic is, yes,
Is what?
innate.
Oh, yes.
Your magic's innate.
Yes, quite innate.
Similar to Voltaire's with his cursed blood. Let me ask you, do you know the nature of the source of your magical powers?
I do. I've studied it quite intensely. Why do you ask?
I was merely curious after seeing you conjure black fire within the caves.
Ah, you
Did
saw
my
that.
did my eyes deceive me, or is that truly what I witnessed?
It... Yes. Yes, you saw correctly.
No. Oh, I don't want you to think I'm accusing you of anything. This is merely out of curiosity. But
Of course.
from where does your magic come from? What is the source of your arcane blood?
Bahar, why are you asking me this? Is it simply out of curiosity?
Perhaps a tinge of concern.
No, don't be concerned. Its source is from a very long time ago. I've given away so many secrets. What's one more tonight? I needn't worry about you spilling this whole thing to court either. Yes, it's true, the Surrounderills have some infernal magic in our bloodline.
Devils.
Devils. Yes.
Interesting.
It was the founder of our house and it is not something we practice anymore. But the taint remains.
Well, in all of my years, in all the places I've been, I can't say I've witnessed such a thing.
Yes, it took a great deal of studying, a great deal of backdoor grants, and a great deal of paid silence for me to delve into it as extensively as I have.
Well, thank you for being so open about this.
Well, I can't have you going and thinking that I'm some devil worshipper, because I'm not.
Oh, of course not. Listen, I don't think any differently of you than I did the day before. You're just as good of a person as I've always believed. But
I still think you think much too highly of me. Stop it.
Well, since we're on the topic, Valtyr's blood still vexes me. I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't know if it has to do with that damned sword that he carries, or some other manner of curse. It keeps me up at night.
Did you see him with the arm wrestling? That was concerning.
I've seen him do it before. It's always what it looks like when he invokes his power.
Do you think he really would have invoked it? He seemed to kind of... what's the word? Flail toward the end?
Can I roll a retroactive sense motive on the situation because I witnessed it happen? If I feel like Valtyr was doing that intentionally or not?
Okay.
A little retconning. Let's see how I felt about that.
Yeah, perhaps I imagined it. Whoa!
Phil,
Wow.
how does he feel about that?
I guess. I'll say that, yeah, you probably got the idea that it flared up or kind of flailed out on its own accord, maybe, or at least to the surprise of Valtyr.
Phil, man, this never happens, and then you watch the Venom trailer, and suddenly you can't control your blood.
Ask Oliver. Ask Oliver, bitch.
I'll say, it did seem at the end he may not have been completely in control of himself. I still think that, well, perhaps it's unfounded, but perhaps it does have some connection with the sword. I noticed that he hasn't been using it for the last couple of days. Perhaps his blood is rebelling against its absence.
Perhaps Rayleigh could tell us more. I'm afraid I don't know Valtyr well enough to say if any of this is abnormal.
How long did Valtyr say that he traveled with Rayleigh?
I have no idea.
Well, I suppose if he really is hundreds of years old, the only people that may know anything of him more than Rayleigh would be elves, perhaps one of his parents or relative.
He has at least one elven parent. They might still be alive.
Well, we can only concern ourselves with so many things at once, so I suppose this will have to wait until later.
It has been added to the side quest journal.
It does bother me that Walton claimed that Valtyr went wild and killed one of his companions in that other world of his.
I suppose the same thing could happen here.
If it did, what would you do? If you don't mind me asking.
If Voltaire started raging against us, he would be trivial to stop. As
So
long as I'm
you
around.
stop him.
Oh yes, I believe it's well within my power.
Good, good. It's getting late. I'm going to head back to this strange legged house.
Right. Off to bed then? I'll follow you back in.
Yes, and thank you for sharing with me, Eldia.
Of course. I would appreciate if you kept it quiet among the others.
Of course.
Thank you.
What would gossip earn me?
Well, considering how much we gossip. But then again, that is just my tendency.
Yeah. As you guys walk back, there is something that you remembered that you wanted to talk about. Sort of separately, but also together.
Wait, was it Merlin? Because we talked about Merlin.
We talked about Merlin.
Okay.
We just haven't found the opportunity to do the thing yet.
We've talked about Merlin. We haven't talked to Merlin.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. Just reminding you, since I believe you had a vision after you talked to each other about this.
I totally did. I absolutely did.
Which
Oh.
may have changed your decision on what to do, but
I'm keeping that close to the vest for right now.
okay.
Cool.
So you guys head back.
I have more questions for my goddamn god.
Alright, so you guys head back from your leisurely stroll past the capybara corpses and back into Housepeak. Voltaire, you hear them coming well before they actually reach the doors. But otherwise have a pleasant night. Sounds to you that that Vulcan and Oswald are having a very pleasant night.
Hot tower.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Callistria, grant me strength.
Alright.
Alright, and you have... And we'll leave the session there, I think.
Hell yeah. I got to yell hot tower before we ended.
I'm
Alright.
not adding to this cacophony tonight. But I do want to sleep in a bed.
Oof. Sweet. Nice session.
Alright.
Cool.
We'll wake up and break
Boss
the
time.
stick.
Break the stick, boss time.
Yeah.
We're not gonna break the stick. We have options.
Break
We
the
have maybe the water thing being able to do something about it.
I will call a goddamn outsider to warp to the other side of that door and move the stick if it means not summoning the Varias.
This outsider's gonna come out and he's gonna bend down and then he's gonna put his fingers out and we're gonna hear a tsk. He's gonna be like, oh shit.
That would be so amazing.
I would be so fucking mad.
Sometimes you can't stealth it. Sometimes you just gotta go through it.
By the way, what how much platinum did we find at the very beginning of that session?
It's
29.
Yeah. It was 29 platinum.
That's a lot of money.
Yes. That's why Aldia was like, whoa, this is a lot of money. Maybe we should split it?
Maybe.
How much money do I have on my person right now?
It was less than a gold.
No, it was 1 gold, 3 silver. Thank you very much. You know what? Serenry provides. The goddess is with me, I shall not want.
Damn right. She taught this man to fish. Or something.
She taught me to summon fish.
I can identify those potions later.
Yeah, you guys have like not identified anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that Aldia doesn't just have the spell identify.
I mean, why waste a fucking thing on that?
And like Merlin
Sorceress.
is right there. Right there.
That guy, dude.
Yeah, we're doing a Merlin ban.
We're doing we're doing hard mode Ragnoth, no Merlin run.
Yeah. Merlin strike. Fuck you, Merlin. When he was like, I mean, I can come and help you, we were all like, fuck no, we use our own spells, Merlin.
Exactly. No, we got this.
For 400 gold, you could buy a page of spell knowledge for identify and just treat it as one of your spells known.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Pathfinder, man.
Pathfinder.
That's what they call me.
Holy shit. Do we want to just split all this copper, silver, gold in 4 right now? Or
Probably
5?
Well, we want to do it by 5. And, like, the other question is, are we saving a cut for Merlin? Because technically he's in our party. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, I don't fucking want to.
We're putting that kid through fucking wizard college. Alright?
Kind of are. Like,
We absolutely are.
so are we splitting it by 6?
No.
Hell,
5 it is.
Yeah, you just noticed that when you go back, the portal's not there.
Well, I mean, we didn't tell him. I didn't say it over the earring.
Nice.
He doesn't have to know.
just if he asks about it, just tell him to go back in time and get it from a different timeline or something.
Ooh.
I mean, I'd probably throw that in his face in like a petty fit of
Yeah.
indignancy.
Alright. So, questions, comments, concerns? How do you like that session?
Yeah, it was good. I should really have my notes out in front of me like all the time though.
I'm concerned that my friends are gonna narc on me.
What the hell does that mean?
In what way?
You guys are talking suspicious about Valtier. He's not doing anything.
He's a little concerning, to be honest.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
Just a little bit.
That's kind of his purpose.
And Aldia definitely thinks she can take him. Like, hands down, like, no contest.
Man,
She
depending
definitely
on my
thinks-
saving throws, I don't doubt that.
And then there's the question of the follow-up fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, you have spells and spell-like abilities, so...
It's true. The thing you always say.
Yeah, he gets extra bonuses on people who have those.
I have both spells and spell-like abilities.
Holy shit.
As do I.
Alright.
I guess I technically have spells too.
What do you call it? alchemist extracts aren't considered spells, I don't think.
Don't take this away from me.
I think we just needed the effect of them, though, to act like a spell. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
It's in
weird.
it's in a paragraph in the alchemist thing. I always forget the exact wording of it. All right. Good to know.
If Valtir took like a fireball to the face, I'm pretty sure he'd go down. That shit hurts.
Yeah, you know, I gotta be real careful because I can't let any of you get hit by that ever.
I'll probably be okay. Maybe.
What's the average? What's the average damage of your fireball, Tyler?
I mean, if you just
The big one?
Yeah, the big boy.
Let's roll it.
It's like over 70, right? Oh yeah.
You could save for 57.
I'm less okay.
So if you make the save, you would probably survive if you're at full.
No, I still wouldn't. Even with my fire resistance. That's how squishy I am.
That was a particularly good roll, though. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fives.
Wait,
Only
wait,
one.
I already closed out. What did you roll for that?
So it's,
Oh, 114 damage.
Jesus Christ. That wouldn't kill me, but it would get me close.
It'd kill you if you weren't raging, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really good roll there.
That was
5,
a
4,
rage-
5,
rage
5, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5, 5, 5, 3. It's 26. Very big fireball.
Damn.
Deleted. So, like,
Valtir would actually still be standing, which is kind of crazy.
I don't think he'd have any hair left.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, so, like, why is the bottom of the lake, like, lava? What's up with that? There's no volcano around here.
It's
Magic.
for keeping people out.
It's for keeping interplanar fire things happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we're just fucking around in someone's aquarium. Like,
We
fire
really
elemental
are.
aquarium.
It's true. There's a gorgon in there.
Someone's gonna come in and be like, someone banished my fire jellyfish.
Yeah.
I had that thing imported.
Plate of fire.
Jesus.
It's true.
And alright. Good night, guys.
All
Night.
right.
Oliver.
Night, Oliver.
I'm gonna jump into
y'all.
Discord because I'm gonna be up for a bit.
Kitty.